Welcome to our video, which will explore why investors are betting on wrongful conviction lawsuits, and the troubling side of these advances for cash-strapped exonerees. In the past few decades, state and local governments have paid out nearly $3 billion in wrongful conviction cases in the United States. Marvin Cotton, who was recently exonerated from a 20-year sentence, shared that no one would take the bet of such a long sentence for the hope of monetary compensation. In light of this, the National Registry of Exonerations has uncovered 2,795 exonerations in the United States alone, dating back to 1989. Adding to this, news sources estimate that over 25,000 years have been wrongfully served as a result of wrongful convictions. To help these exonerees, many states, alongside the federal government, the United States Capitol, and various other institutions, offer some form of financial compensation, typically per year served. However, these payments are often capped, and those looking for higher compensation typically choose to file a lawsuit. As a result of this risk, investors are offering exonerees cash advances in hopes that the lawsuit returns a substantial payback. Problematically, these cash advances come with no guarantees for repayment and do not typically account for the market rate for this kind of loan. John Eldon, founder of After Innocence, an organization that assists exonerees in life after their convictions, believes these advances offer clients a number of problems. The organization works to help these exonerees with post-release assistance. Furthermore, these advances help the exoneree, who is often cash-strapped and in need of help in legal fees for the lawsuit. In light of this difficult but important topic of wrongful convictions and cash advances, our video will explore why investors are betting on wrongful conviction lawsuits. We will discuss the implications of these investor advances on wrongfully convicted citizens as they pursue justice. We know that wrongful convictions can lead to terrible losses of life, loss of monetary compensation, and deep pain. The Innocence Project estimates that in the United States, there are potentially tens of thousands of wrongfully convicted individuals still awaiting exoneration. Marvin Cotton, who was wrongfully convicted and sentenced to 20 years, is one con the exonerees fighting for justice. Advances for cash-strapped exonerees are becoming more commonplace, but these advances come with a cost, both financially and personally. Private firms offer these advances as generous as they seem, often put more strain on the client, as companies are not required to offer the market rate for loans, nor do they guarantee repayment. Long legal battles are expensive, and the cost for lawyers for the wrongfully convicted can be steep. Tribeca Capital Group and other firms have worked to make advances to exonerees in hopes of substantial payback. While this offers a degree of hope and financial support, we must also consider why these advances are needed in the first place and how this incentivizes wrongful convictions in the first place. As Abraham Arawasti, of Tribeca Capital Group, reminds us, there is no security, collateral, or assets, so the only way we can collect our investment is if the claim actually succeeds. So companies such as these work on an at-risk basis where the return on investment depends entirely on the exoneree's success. The financial burden that comes with long legal battles can be considerable, and exoneration should be handled with sensitivity. Still, too often, the wrongfully convicted have to wait for freedom, with innocence firmly in hand, before they are able to secure financial reparations from the state. While financial advances may offer exonerees hope for reparations, at the same time, we must understand that wrongful convictions need to be prevented in the first place. Too often innocent people are wrongfully convicted, and these wrongs must not only be paid for, but prevented in the first place. Wrongful convictions are painful experiences that no one should have to endure, and companies must ensure that they provide exonerees with the proper market rate for advances. The onus is on both the governments and the private firms to ensure that wrongful convictions are prevented and reparations paid in a fair and equitable manner to those that have suffered at the hands of the system. Thank you for watching our video about wrongful convictions and why investors looking for their return on investment are betting on these increasingly common occurrences.